I wouldn't go to college. I would not go to college. I would buy real estate, I'd mortgage everything I got. That's what I do.
Barbara Wood, Wilson, Dallas, moving to Georgetown soon.
Angela Monica. I live in Montgomery County.
I'm Francine Gordon Hope. I've lived in Montgomery County since '73 and married to a '55 class graduate.
69.
Hi, I'm Shirley Johnson Kubicek. I live here in Houston and never moved away.
Now, ladies, tell me how you think your personality is different today than it was 50 years ago. Start with you, Shirley. How have you changed?
I don't know. I don't think I've changed that much. No.
How about you, Francine?
I don't think I'm as quiet as I was, and I have a tendency to be a little bit more responsible. I don't cut classes like I used to, but don't tell my kids that.
I'm very, very independent, very assertive, and very sure of myself. Very quiet, withdrawn when I was in high school.
I was very quiet and withdrawn also. Now I'm very, you don't think so? Now I'm very talkative, kind of controlling, assertive.
But this is two of the Three Musketeers right here. Two of us.
Now, ladies, one more question.
Yeah.
Tell me some things you've done since high school, Shirley. Maybe family, career, any personal goals you've accomplished you're pretty proud of today in your life? What would you say?
Well, I saw a lot of houses being built that I felt good about. My husband was a builder, and
How long?
I helped.
Are you still married? Or
Yes.
how long have you been married?
To stop and think, it'll be 46 years this November.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah, and have 2 kids.
How about you, Francine?
I was very fortunate that my husband was a successful attorney, and so I've had an opportunity to volunteer a lot in Montgomery County. And he also ran for the state legislature, and he's been a state representative for 8 years. So that gave me the opportunity to have dinner with our current president, lunch with his wife, and it's all been fun. I have 3 kids. They're all married like they should be and have children of their own and living close by. So I'm very, very blessed.
I bet Laura's a really nice lady, huh?
Laura is a very nice lady, and so is Anita Perry.
How about you, Angie?
I was fortunate to have 2 careers, one in banking and one as co-director of the Montgomery County Heritage Museum, really. I have been blessed with 3 wonderful children and blessed even greater with 9 great, wonderful grandchildren. I live in the suburbs of Houston. I really live in the country between Montgomery and Conroe. And I now live a very, very quiet life, and I very much enjoy it.
How about you, Mary?
I still work. I have had 2 careers too, like Angie. I was a paralegal for about 20 years, and now a real estate agent for 27. 3 wonderful grandchildren, 2 wonderful children.
Dorothy Rogers Hawkins. I live in Spring, Texas.
And who's this handsome guy next to you?
This is my husband, Clint Hawkins.
I heard a rumor that you 2 have been married for a long time.
We have been married 49 years.
What's it take to stay married for that long, Clint?
What?
What's it take to stay married for that many years? What's the secret?
Oh, well, good wife, I guess.
It's a half and half situation. You have to give a little and take a little.
Do you have children?
Oh, yes. Have 2 children, 6 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren.
You are.
Margie Reynolds Staruska.
And who's this good-looking guy?
That's my husband, Charles Staruska.
How long have you been married to him?
47 years.
What do you like the most about him? What's his best quality?
Easy to get along with.
Did you 2 date in high school? Do you remember the very first date you went on?
First kiss was at Love Park.
And who took the first initiative to ask the other one out?
Well, that was a school dance that we went to. there.
You saw him on the dance floor and fell in love?
No, I'd already fallen in love. I already had my eyes on him.
Now, what about your first date? Do you remember?
Probably a high school football game.
So you were on the football team?
No.
Oh, you just met there. Okay.
Yeah.
We went to the high school football games together.
Now, what are you doing these days, Dorothy?
I just retired December 31st. So, from a land planning and development company in Houston.
How about you, sir?
Oh, I've been retired about 5 years.
And what are you going to do now that you're retired? Any plans?
Trying to learn to play golf. I want to travel.
How about you guys? What are you doing these days?
I have been in child care for 39 years. And I'm retired now, pretty much helping him with his business.
What kind of business?
I have electrical contracting business, and I plan to keep doing it. Money?
You like the money. You like cash, don't you?
I like it.
Yes.
It's always good.
Any kids?
3.
I'm Pat Cloud. I'm so happy to be here. I'm retired now from government service with the IRS. I'm a grandmother, and I am about to become a great-grandmother.
I'm Leonard Pierce, and we live here in Spring Branch, and my wife does all the talking for me.
And I'm Gay Pierce, and I live in Spring Branch with this fella, and I'm still working. He was lucky he got to retire, so but I haven't made up my mind that I want to stay 24 hours a day with him yet.
Yeah, that's a lot. So did you two date in high school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us about the first date you went on.
Hayride.
Did you kiss on the first date?
At least once. At least once.
It was Ernie Ozie's birthday, wasn't it? Yeah.
And you, sir?
I'm Rolf Johnson. I'm an international attorney, and I live here in Houston with my wife, who also is in this class and is here tonight. And we started dating when we were in Reagan High and wound up getting married. We have 3 children in Houston and 9 grandchildren. And that's some of the greatest times of our life have been with our children and grandchildren.
What was it about your wife that you liked in high school?
Oh, I loved her enthusiasm. She was brilliant, and we were academic competitors, and that attracted me.
Okay. One more question, guys. What's been going through your mind the last couple days before coming here tonight? Would you say you were nervous? Were you worried you might not recognize people? What were you thinking about, Rolf?
Well, yes, I thought that would be a problem, but I was really not anxious about it all. I was very eager to see all these people who have been so much part of my life.
How about you, Gay? What have you been thinking about?
Well, I was thinking about what am I going to wear? You know, what will I wear Friday night? Oh, no, I don't want to wear that. Then what am I going to do Saturday? And I was getting a little anxious, though, by today. Otherwise, I just kept saying, it's, a piece of cake.
I'll bet you weren't worried about what you were going to wear, were you?
No, I've been too busy doing other things. I'm very active in the Masons, and I was just debating on whether I was going to run over to Kirbyville tomorrow to go to drill practice or whatever,
I was excited. I was just so excited. I was here 5 years ago, and I saw a lot of people that I knew, and I've seen them again.
Joan Jordan Eldridge, and I'm a Houstonian. I'm Myrna West, and I live in Jersey Village here in Houston, Texas.
I'm Dolores Moore Williams, and I live in Montgomery, Texas.
Linda Huffman, and I live in Dayton, Nevada.
I'm Jenny Huffington Harrell, and we live in Sherman, Texas.
I'm Susie True Fuller, and I live in Houston. Carolyn Kilgore Brooks, and I live in Jersey Village, north of Houston.
Now, do all 7 of you remember each other pretty well from high school?
Oh yeah, about elementary school.
I want to know the truth. Which of you 7 got in the most trouble back in high school?
Myrna.
Is that true?
That's not true. You can tell by my picture I was a real innocent.
I think we were all angels.
Yeah, we were.
What would 7 girls do for fun on a Friday night back in 1957?
Go to the movies. And then go to the Bulldog or the
Football
Princess. Right.
Friday night football game.
Check out the guys.
Slumber party.
Slumber party, probably.
Do you remember any slumber party in particular?
Yeah, I remember one at, I think, Betty Scott's house, I think. Is what it was.
Well, we had so many, I don't remember.
Were the boys ever invited, or was it just girls?
The boys were around. I don't know if they were invited.
They snuck over.
No, they're always around. They crashed it, yeah.
The Bulldog Drive-In, that was the hangout.
One more question, ladies. Tell me something you've done in your life since high school, Carolyn, that you're pretty proud of today. Maybe family, career.
I have 2 wonderful children and 4 grandchildren. The joy of my life.
Tell me one hobby you have today. What do you do for fun?
I read.
Like to read. How about you, Susie?
Oh, I have 2 great kids and 5 grandkids, and I babysit a lot.
Do you get paid for babysitting?
Oh yeah, hugs and kisses.
How about you, Virginia?
What
are you proud of today?
Probably my husband, 3 children, 7 grandchildren.
What's one of your hobbies?
Babysitting, reading, skiing, babysitting.
How about you, Linda?
Wonderful family, and I'm in an antique mall, and I'm having lots of fun selling stuff I've collected over the years.
Do you give your classmates a discount?
Pardon?
Do you give your classmates a discount?
Yeah. Probably would if they'd come see me.
I have a wonderful family, and I run my own company, and just spend a lot of time with grandkids.
What kind of company?
It's a high-pressure cleaning company.
Well, I've spent most of my life in sales, 20 years for the Cayman Islands Department of Tourism, and now I'm in real estate, and I'm lucky because I've got a good career and a wonderful husband and grandchildren and children, and I'm very blessed.
I'm a nurse, I'm retired, I have children, grandchildren, a wonderful husband. Good life.
Okay, I'm Virginia Klein Norris, and I live in South Dakota, Brookings, South Dakota. I'm a professor of psychology there. Married for 47 years, have 2 children and 5 grandchildren.
Glenda Swanner Faust. Married. This is my husband, Richard Faust. We live in Flagstaff, Arizona. I'm retired. My husband is a professor of environmental chemistry at Northern Arizona University. I have 2 children and 4 grandchildren, and I'm retired.
Hi, I'm JT. They used to call me John Chapin. I live right outside of Helotes, Texas, which is northwest of San Antonio. I spent a long and checkered career in 2 areas, advertising, marketing, and corporate public relations. I'm retired, but I still do some freelance writing, and it's good to be back in Houston.
Hi, I'm Winnie Mae Munger. I live in Houston, have lived here all but 1 year when we lived in Venezuela. We live in Timber Grove, and we've been in the house there for 40 years. I have 2 sons. Paul and I have 2 sons, and 3 grandchildren and 2 step-grandchildren. They're the best-looking ones anybody has.
My name is Farquhar P. Fuddbucker. I just got out of prison in Huntsville. And yes, that's correct.
Carolyn Leverkuhn Murby. Live in Dallas, Texas, and Pagosa Springs, Colorado. Married for 46 years. 2 children, 7 grandchildren. It's great to be back here and being a part of this group. It's a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Okay, one more question for you. Is there anybody not here at this reunion that you really wish you could have seen? Do you think of any friends that you really wish would have shown up?
Hazel Marmion.
How about you?
I wouldn't admit to anyone in front of my wife.
I can't think of anyone. I know there are ones, but I can't think right now.
Well, there are 2 guys, Mike McKinnon and Mike Shoddy. The only problem is both of them are on the deceased list.
How often do you think about those guys?
Not too often. It's been a long time, and I didn't realize they were on the deceased list until the website started coming out with our classmates. And then I saw them at one of the previous reunions some years ago, and I haven't seen them since. But I miss these guys.
Marianne Hamrick Russo. She lives in Fairfield, Connecticut, and I wish she could have been here tonight. I miss Marianne.
And I have a list: Gorman Beecham first, and then Augusta Kuntz, who is no longer living and has ruined the whole day for me, at least.
Victor Robertson, live in Houston, have one son, 2 grandkids, and I'm retired.
And I'm Sharon Robertson, his wife, so I needless to say have the same son and 2 grandchildren. And I'm retired, but I still work part-time for the South Fair School District.
Somebody has to pay the bill.
Did you go to Reagan also?
No, with Spring Branch. Sorry.
I couldn't help it.
I'm Roland Boris. I live in Silsbee, Texas. I'm married with 3 children and 2 grandchildren, and I'm retired. And I live out in the woods, and I love it.
What are you retired from?
I was a personnel director at an area school district.
I'm Betty Scott Lehman, and I'm on the reunion committee here, so we've had a good time putting all this together. I live here in Houston. My husband Irvin and I both went to Reagan, and it's just been a great event. We've enjoyed it, and we're looking forward to our 75th.
What was your job on the committee?
I was the treasurer, and I was the lucky person who got to make all the hotel reservations.
She's the queen of
That's
Reagan
right.
High School.
I am. I'm
Is now,
reunion
always
queen.
has been, always will be.
Thank
And I'm so
you.
lucky to be standing next to you.
Oh my word, I love this.
Beautiful.
This is fantastic. Let's keep this going. Let's keep it going.
Tell him,
This-
Charlie.
My name is Charlie Cash, and
He's the man. He's the man.
Godfather, baby.
last time I looked, but